So I was supposed to be chilling today. I was supposed to be chilling today. I had no intentions of recording anything. I had a very intense workout. Like it was very intense. He had us doing all kind of stuff, and towards the end, he did like a blast, fitness blast, and it was just more intensity upon intensity. So my entire body is extremely sore. Like I didn't even cook dinner today because I was just like, I can't. I can't do anything. And then, of course, so news broke that Charlie Kirk was on Utah Valley campus and he was shot in the neck. And so I wasn't really a big fan of his. I followed him on social media just to see how far his rhetoric would go and just to see what type of energy he was giving. And so I wasn't a huge fan of his. I wasn't a fan of his at all, but it's still tragic nevertheless, right? And so it just got my wheels turning and made me start to think like, messaging is so important. And when we look at some of our favorite people who we look to for news or we look to for insights, what draws us to them is their message and how they deliver their message. And yes, some people's message can be a little combative. Some people's messages start make people become argumentative. There's so many things and so many ways your messaging can take a good turn or a bad turn. It just depends on preparation. How do you plan to deliver this message so that people can, what do you want people to take from it as well? Do you want this message to start a riot? Do you want this message to bring people to tears? Do you want this message to bring people together? Do you want this message to spark something in people's minds and have them want to get up and go inspire them to do something? So our message matters in every aspect of our delivery, right? And so my wheels started to turn and I started to think and I started to say, you know, rhetoric matters. And, the words that we share on our platforms carry weight. And we never truly know what people are going through and when we encounter them, right? So you don't know how your hello is going to be received by someone, but it might be your hello that brightens someone's day, changes their mind, um, reminds them of something, right? So how you present yourself in that moment could be that it could make or break something for someone, right? Okay. And so exercise and caution because that's important. So being cautious, being responsible, and making a commitment to accuracy are so essential when you think of people who have platforms, right? Okay. And so when you're choosing to educate, you don't want to educate people to inflame situations. You don't want to exacerbate something. You don't want to make something worse by educating them with the wrong information, right? But we want to educate them so we can prevent miscommunication. We want to reduce the potential for conflict and violence, right? So our messaging is important because we want to package it in a way that people can receive it. And so in all, violence should never be the response to free speech, and free speech should never be used to provoke violence, right? So how you speak matters. The tone you use matters. Who you're speaking to matters. Your messaging matters most importantly, because what you say is what's going to resonate with people the most, right? Okay. And so I just want to say everyone who has a platform, everyone who uses their platform, even if it's for jokes, even if it's for just giving your feedback on things, even if it's just to give reaction videos, whatever you do on your platform, be sure that you are reporting responsibly and using careful expression because it's not just good practice, right? It's truly acts of accountability that protect all our communities and it fosters understanding with us all. So it protects the energy you put out online. It protects the energy that people give you when they see you, when they meet you based on your presence. It all of that matters. It embodies everything. I'm gonna use Flip from the JBP as an example. He had this way about himself with his videos where he would like tear stuff up. Like you would rip your shirt off your back and knock stuff over. And that was his thing. He became, social media famous for doing that shit, like fucking with people. And so there was one where he fucked with Tiana Taylor, ripped her shirt up, and she was like pissed off. And so that's who he was at that time. And so when he started to transition out of that character, they weren't ready for that. So they would see him and they would still try to pull on his clothes and try to rip stuff off of him. And he has to keep reiterating to them that I don't do that anymore. That's no longer my content. That's not who I am anymore. I'm moving in a different direction. So I say that to say what you present is important because when people see you, they're going to come at you based on the energy that you've been giving them, right? And so I hope everyone is using their platforms wisely. I hope everyone's being safe. I hope everyone is, you know, trying to be a part of the solution and less of the problem because there's problems everywhere. We need solutions right now. Right now we're in a world that needs solutions. We need to figure shit out and we need to figure it out together. Okay, and so with that being said, I just wanted to make a quick note of that. Rhetoric matters, how you present matters. When people see you, they're going to respond to the energy that you've been given. So just be cautious, be responsible, make a commitment to accuracy. Try to reduce the amount of miscommunication that's being made, like fact check with where you can. Um, what else? What else? What else? Yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to drop a line on that. And while you're at it, if you can, go to Amazon. All you got to do is search. All you got to do is search on Amazon. Elmwood Summer Love. This is the hardback. This just came in as a sample, but I'm already in love with it. I already think it's pretty cool. It's a nice, soft case, but the hardback is gonna be ready soon. So go ahead and grab yourself a copy. But searching the book also helps. Going to Amazon and searching Elmwood Summer Love helps. So even if you've already purchased a copy and you've got your copy at home, that's wonderful. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's all my people who have been supporting me. I truly appreciate you guys. And so when you go to Amazon, you're going to see this face on the book and search Elmwood Summer Love. That helps boost the visibility, increases where it stands within the algorithm. Okay, but get your copy if you haven't. Searching helps. And you guys have a wonderful day. Everyone be safe. Everyone hug your family, hug your kids a little bit tighter tonight, and just please be safe. Be safe, everyone. Let's create a world that we can all live in respectfully.